Patience is a virtue. It is also a value and arguably an essential skill for musicians across the world. Using your patience is helpful in every stage of your playing journey. As a beginner, it is needed to get your head and fingers around the first few chords and musical ideas in order to get closer to playing music that you love. Many people quit trying to learn a musical instrument after a few attempts because they don't have the patience to persevere and acquire the necessary skills. By using patience, you will understand that things take time and you will be more inclined to persevere and play what you are trying to learn. For intermediate players, the more patience that you use, the fewer struggles you will feel as you are trying to master a song or a section of music piece by piece. It will be a challenge, but patience will guide you to take your time and sound good with repetition rather than force. Patience is often built through compassion. As a music teacher develops more understanding through experience teaching different students from many walks of life, the teacher's tolerance grows and a higher level of patience can be used. This will also help the music teacher in their approach to teaching students who might seem to have a difficult attitude or are lazy in their efforts. I often used chord practice in my guitar lessons as an opportunity for students to learn about patience. Often students would be trying to learn a new chord but would not apply enough pressure with their fingers to get a clear sound. They would quickly criticize themselves or express disappointment in not getting it immediately. Rather than criticize them or show them what they needed to change, I would first allow them to take time to take a closer look at what they were doing and see if anything needed adjusting. In most cases, by letting the student have a bit more time, they would use a little more patience and become aware for themselves. That practice teaches them a valuable lesson in how using patience can help you to relax and to become aware of solutions in other areas of life. In the career of a professional musician, tolerance, the cousin of patience, can go a long way too. The French philosopher and writer Voltaire said, "What is tolerance? It is the consequence of humanity. We are all formed of frailty and error. Let us pardon reciprocally each other's folly." That is the first law of nature. Whether you agree or disagree with Voltaire, I think if we point his idea towards ourselves and be a bit more tolerant of our own errors while we learn, this would be a great start to a fuller life in the arts and in general. This sense of tolerance and patience is invaluable to the professional musician. As in a professional career, one will no doubt come into contact with those who disagree with their ideas or even try to knock them down. People skills are important, and by entering into a lack of patience, you will certainly find it hard to work around challenges in your career. One of the reasons these 10 musicians' values are achievable for you to implement is that you can practice feeling or expressing each value wherever you are. They are all found inside of you, so you can practice on the bus or walking down the street just as much as you can on the stage. I really like this extract of a chapter called The Courage to Wait from the book Practicing Peace by Pema Chodron. It reads, "I've come to find that patience also has humor and playfulness. It's a misunderstanding to think of it as endurance, as in just grin and bear it. Endurance involves some kind of repression or trying to live up to somebody else's standards. Instead, you find that it helps to be able to laugh at what you see as your own imperfections. Patience could be a synonym for gentleness and loving kindness. You can develop patience and loving kindness and a sense of humor for your own imperfections. In Use Your Buzz to Play the Guitar, the first book I wrote to combine personal growth with music education, I mentioned the 3 P's of learning a musical instrument: practice, patience, and perseverance. Start small and utilize patience in learning a bar of music or a line of a song. You might not think of it as much, but by starting small, you can spread patience to other areas of your life. There are also 3 exercises I suggest for unlocking more patience in your own life. The first is to be aware in the moment of times in which you are lacking patience. Be aware in the moment. This is crucial, as being aware in the moment is the start to making positive change. The second is to read about patience. Really understand it as a concept. The third is to be less attached to outcomes. Yes, set your goals and aim high, but once you are working towards something to the best of your ability, do not worry about the outcome, for doing so will only generate more stress and negative energy around you. Keep calm and patient, and as long as you put in the effort, what is needed will come, although sometimes this may be a blessing in disguise. Try the ideas that have been suggested of having a little more patience in your efforts, and remember that if we don't eliminate our fear, there is no peace. Don't struggle to beat the struggle. Use patience when it is needed. I'm Ryan Kershaw, and this is Musicians' Values.